Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are taking a walk down the dark side of life. Unfortunately, no Tox roll. But we are playing with pretty much every other awesome card that you would find in a Dimir deck. So there you go. If you are interested to see how well this deck does, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, hosting a show that is proudly made on the planet Earth, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you.
Film before a live studio audience.
Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from our secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub. Proudly labeled Dimir. Dimir, that's what it was called. Nice and boring, right? This thing has, what it says is a 70% win rate. I took a look, and it turns out I have not played a Dimir deck since April. So even though it's getting it's a little boring to play this deck because it looks very, very cliche. It's been like 4 or practically 5 months since I played something like this last. And we're at the tail end just before a release of a new set. And it's not a lot of new stuff out there yet. So there we go. We're going to be playing a Dimir mid-range deck today. And I'm expecting this deck to do really well. 2 reasons. Number one, this is a really good deck that we've seen a bunch, I think. It's not making the top 5 or 10 lists that I'm aware of. But still, 70% win rate off of at the Aether Hub. I'm expecting this deck to do very, very well. All right, so really quickly, let's pound through what these cards do, and then we'll take this deck out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. We got Creature Kill, a dude that can grow over time, including becoming Death Touchy and draw you some cards. This guy will, whenever an opponent draws a second card each turn, you draw a card. And you can force people to draw a card. We got Creature Kill, a dude that gets himself back from the graveyard. This guy messes around with graveyards, so in case they have something like a Tenacious D, you can just rip it out so they can't play it anymore. Fantastic. Plus, they'll lose life and you gain life every time something like that happens. And she can become a werewolf, which is even bigger and gets rid of even more stuff out of graveyards. Gix will let you draw a card if you do not mind losing life. Liliana will kill dudes and force people to discard cards. Kaito will put out ninjas and will help you draw cards. Sheoldred will gain you 2 life every time you draw a card and force your opponent to lose 2 life every time you draw a card. You notice we got a lot of card draw stuff going around here. Ertai will come out, at which point you can either counter a spell or kill a creature or planeswalker. At that point, the owner gets to draw a card. If you got Sheoldred out, then they lose 2 life, essentially. Awesome. And Teferi comes out, and Teferi can put out a 2/2 spirit that gets +1/+1 every time. It gets a Popo counter every time you draw a card. And then it can also force you to draw a card. So we got lots of drawing cards in here. And that little spirit that Teferi pops out, his little spirit baby, will just go nuts with all of the card drawing you got going on. So what are we going to do? We're going to be like killing dudes, growing dudes, and then getting some guys out, totally controlling the board, and then punishing people for card draw while we just draw cards like crazy. In the lands, we've got a nice collection of lands that are mostly fast to a certain degree. The ability to put out little 1/1 mites with Toxic, bounce Kamigawa, and bring guys back from the graveyard Kamigawa. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. Before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxroll, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against ManicMonkey. And then it was a ManicMonkey. Ooh. Keep. Alright, C3PO, he does not piss me off. We can go ahead and keep him. It's fine. Everything is as fast as it can be. This one will cost me mana or life to use it. Let's just hold off. We don't need any blue for the moment. They should have put the blue out in that situation. That's got wrapped up on it. Alright, let's put this one out. And we'll let it go. What do you got? It's 2 or less. I guess it's going to be a land. Oh, it's going to be that jerk. Alright, so we're going to get that guy out here in a second. Alright, forward's going to go ahead and kill him. Let's just wait. We can play this flash. I don't have anything else to do. I guess I got this. Not enough mana for it. Don't want to pass up the opportunity to to draw a card myself. There we go. Nice. Yeah, man, go ahead and waste those ossifications on him. There you go. You got 2 mana left. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to see what he's got. If he starts not being able to handle my creatures, then we can put out Sheoldred. You're going to seal off. Planeswalker? This guy's just a jerk. Remind me to play the Might on his turn. Alright, I got 2 shoulders. Fantastic. Exactly the trade we're expecting. What do we need? 3 for that? Yeah, okay, I'll put this out so I can go ahead and put another Might out on his turn. Another ossification. Look, if you're just playing defensively, you're not playing. Oh, okay, that's the last one. Excellent. Alright, wait till his turn. Perfect. And we win. Suck it, exiled ship. Suck it. All right, we're playing against secheuse. Oh, what do we got? A lot of these guys. All right, Darth Vader Goblin, take a seat. Jump in the pod. Get in it. All right, put this out, get out our fine Kaito Shizuki, all in for the attack, and draw our card. All right, we can go ahead and kill that Scrape Gorger whenever we need to at this point. This guy's trying to ramp. I'm gonna kill this just in case. That's a whole lot of nothing great there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy out. Get rid of this creature, which will get us the life. Alright, that guy wants to be killed. Can't really kill her. Alright, get something good. I don't have any mana left, but still good, still be good. I can bounce her back at some point, I suppose. That's not bad. You're going to come in for the attack. I got nothing you get rid of, which is good. Yikes. I believe that invasion is just a mana dude. He's got haste and he's got, he's a 4/4. Alright, bounce her back. See what else we can pull. Alright, we're prepared. At least I can take out Glissa when she hits the floor again. Down to 5. Yeah, this is going to be taking him down to 3. Sheoldred just needs to stay alive and can do all this business on her own. We can probably swarm in on the next turn. Especially if I just go for the throat. The only person I can't take out is the Caretaker there because of the Hexproof. I'm glad they got rid of Hexproof. Hexproof is so good. I remember it used to be all over the place. Get in the pod. Get in it. You want some Energon cubes there, Cubert? There you go. And we win! Suck it, suckerfish! Alright, we're playing against DadBodRod. There we go. Wow, I mixed that one up a bit. DadBodRod. 3 mana. Good. It's just control. And then Alright, he doesn't appear to have any bugs associated with him. And all we can do is kill creatures that get put out. Like that one. I'm always disappointed by how slow this particular maneuver is. This guy doesn't do anything. He puts out a guy. That guy just sits there and blows smoke rings for a turn. It's kind of rough. Alright, 19 more turns to go. Whoa, I should have nailed him while I had the opportunity. Yeah, I should have snuck that stuff in there. Okay, we go. Sheoldred! Alright, I'm going to put this out so we get a little temporal pilgriming going on. I feel like we've been doing awesome, but he's only at he's still at 18 life, which is not great. Anything he puts out is going to get beyond our ability to kill directly. Liliana and Veil will help out with at least the next one. No blocking the ninjas. Draw another card. Yeah, here I planned on Lilianing to get rid of that thing. And then I just completely did something completely different. Alright, Liliana, let's go do your thing. What's you got in here? Do we have anything better to do? I tell you, let's go for the attack. Let's draw a card. Nothing particularly all that great. Let's go draw another card. Alright, let's put him out. Fortunately, that's the end of it for us right there. Alright, he's down to 6. I think this game might be over pretty soon. Ooh, we got a lot of life gain out of that last one. Draw your card. Perfect. Alright, what are we going to do here? We're going to... let's force the discard. Alright, let's draw a card. Nice. Let's see what our pal Teferi can get us. Another nice one. Let's go for this. Yeah. And we win. It's hard to hold up against Super Friends, baby. Victory! Alright, playing against Gluttonous Pig. Nice to see that you named yourself after your mama. 1, 2, 3. Keep. Hey, there's C3PO. Looks like you need some WD-40. I'm not sure a big fan of pain lands for this deck. Alan. Alright, so we got Go for the Throats to take out whoever he's going to put out next. Yeah, he's going to let this through because he's worried about the death touch. Count me a Transience, the devil, man. I'd swing with the 2/2 if I were you. I got no mana showing. Everything's fine. Alright, we're good. Faerie Mastermind coming out on Flash. Looks like we might just have to use him to chump. Oh, he's only going up by 3. That's no big deal. Oh, I see. He's pumped by that. He just get pumped to what? To 2 more? To 5? Okay, I'm definitely going to come in on that. Oh, he's all tapped up. Good for him. I got Flash on him, that's good. You gonna jump in the way there, Squanto? Alright, he's down to 8. Give it to him, huh? See, what I don't like is this will bring his Kalmia Transience back. Well, he just keeps wasting it. Alright, he's going to give up on the Spirited Companion here. We'll just trade off. Nope, he'll take it. That's only 2 turns of drawing cards. 1 more, you're dead, baby. Alright, P-Pants, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to gain life, I'll tell you that. He's taking out, I mean, who? You're just flooding the board at this point, hoping for the best. But yeah, this guy's the only guy worth working with there. I don't care. No blocks. And we win! Sucker, sucker, fish. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Ands. 3 mana. Keep. Alright, Underground River, a little bit of swamp action here. Go for the throat. Ertai is a 4. No damage. Lands, huh? I'm sure he is not appreciating that. I mean, he's getting all of his damage in. They're all hasty. That's great. But there's no reuse. He's just flailing out. This will take out a creature. Alright, you can start shooting that, but otherwise I got somebody that's going to grow. Alright, down 13, we got the advantage. He's going to come in and kill Teferi, really? That's what you do, then you are going to be behind the curve, baby. And we got another one, which means 2 more. And all in. That guy. Alright, holding up against these guys, the Graveyard Gluttonous is not going to be good for you. You can't defend, you might as well attack, right? I'm going to hold back with your tie. I kind of get the impression I'm going to need him for some reason. Nice counter spell or something. I mean, I don't think I have any sort of graveyard recursion going on. I could rip up my own graveyard, but it doesn't really matter too much. Do I care? I don't. I don't care. Alright, it's down to 2. I can flip out Ertai on the next turn, kill off a guy and block the other. All right, and we win. Good game! -5. That was a merciless, merciless kill. Victory! Alright, so we are with the Mire mid-range, and it was an incredibly good deck. Incredibly good. I ended up with 100% win rate off of this deck. 100%. Now, off of Aether Hub, it says this thing had, let's see if I can find it again in the list here, 70%. So I had a much better win rate with this than what the list itself called for. Maybe I just, maybe I need to go take it off the rank or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, this is definitely your top shelf decks, in my opinion. Really incredibly good. So when I'm going to answer that question, is this deck competitive? I'm going to say yes, absolutely. It is a competitive deck. So let's get back to what we always say, though. What is the MVP, the most valuable player? And in this deck, to me, it kind of feels like Kaito Shizuki is the most valuable player. The reason why is because Kaito has that constant card draw going on. And Faerie Mastermind loves it when people draw their second time each turn. Sheoldred loves drawing cards. Teferi also causes, it's just Planeswalker card draw is what makes this thing work really, really well. Gix gets additional card draw going on. So it's like the underlying card draw action in this deck is I think what makes the weird synergy between the deck kind of work even better than it should. I mean, if you take a look at the cards that are inside here, every single card is top shelf. I mean, Teferi, Ertai, Sheoldred, Kaito, Liliana, Gix, Graveyard Trespasser, Tenacious D. Go for the throat and cut down in every black deck you see pretty much that amount. Faerie Mastermind being played for its card draw ability. And Evolve Sleeper is like the best you could do for black single drop creatures, right? This is a cliche deck where everything that's in here is just a cliche that you're just tired of seeing, but because it is too good. It is such a good deck. One other thing I like about this deck is the fact that it's we're playing blue, but we're not playing any counters. I guess Ertai is a counter spell. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he can counter stuff. Snicker. Yeah, that's the thing. But I like the fact that he also has the ability to destroy target creature or planeswalker. In your face, people. Yeah, because that's what I don't like about blue. I hate counter spells. I used to think they were the best thing about Magic cards, but I just hate them. All right, so let's see. We talked about competitive. We talked about what is the MVP. Let's talk about, was this deck fun? Yeah, absolutely it was fun. Absolutely. This deck always gave me something to do. There was a nice curve. I was able to go from, early game up. A lot of times I started off with a bunch of things that are at 3. It didn't feel like it was that hard to get to it. The mana base was pretty decent. The only thing I didn't like was Pain Lands. For being like a mid-range deck, I didn't really see the point of fighting to try to get things out really early. So I didn't understand quite why we needed Underground River. That felt a little off topic. If I were to twist this deck right now, I would probably take out all 4 of these and put in 2 more swamps and 2 more islands kind of situation. It just feels like you didn't need to rush into it. And there were times when I had like 3 Underground Rivers and nothing else. And that was just ridiculous. Still, it was a fun deck. It always gave you something to do. And what I liked about it a lot was the fact that there was a certain point where you just get out there with Sheoldred, and maybe you just be pumping dudes up and they'd be out there being all beefy and seething. But they're mostly just acting as defense because Sheoldred on its own was winning the game by just causing them to lose 2 points every turn. Graveyard Trespasser was ripping things out of graveyards that were getting in the way. It seemed like we could afford to wait. And it was just drawing cards and getting to the next thing we needed. And we would usually get things that were worth playing too. It was pretty fantastic. So it had great balance. It had a good synergy. And, the game played. I think because of the card draw aspect of it. That's what really kept this thing flowing very nicely. All right, was this deck interesting? Was it interesting? So was it tribal? No. Was it like even monocolor? Not really. Was there any sort of great synergies going on amongst it? A little bit, just a tiny bit associated with getting bonuses from drawing cards, I guess, or finding ways to draw more cards. That was kind of going on. That was kind of good. I kind of like the synergy there a little bit. So I'm going to say that this was a lightly interesting deck. The big problem is that the last thing we can qualify this is, was there a bunch of new cards or cards that aren't really played? Absolutely not. These are all very well played cards that people play all the time. There wasn't anything here new or interesting, so it's just hard. But we're only, whatever it is, a week and a half away from the new meta. And I got to tell you, I was looking through the spoilers for WoW, for Wild's Veldrain, like last night. Man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Like between tapping and rats, I mean, come on, people. It's going to be a whole new world out there. So we'll see. The interesting thing will be mixing it in with the existing meta. That's going to be the weird part. Because right now, you take a look at it, everything stands alone. But trying to mix it in with the existing decks, it's going to be weird, and that's where the interesting is really going to come from. So I'm not expecting things to be too interesting. I'm going to just chalk it down a little bit. So the amount of interesting we are getting out of this deck is well worth a full point. So let's count it up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Enough for this point in meta. So yes, this is an A+ deck. A+. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.